Hello, this is Vance, and this is Sunday, January 29th, 2017. These are the CL trades for this week using the slow hand method for price action. Okay, last couple of weeks I did this update at the end of the week as far as trades are concerned, statistics, and so I figured I'd just do it again. I don't know if I'm going to do it every week. I mean, I have statistics of my own, but I thought I'd just do some simple ones to just kind of give you an idea, because I've done a lot of demonstration trades and I've talked about the trading every day and where I'm getting in and so forth. And so I thought I'd post the results to show you where, what I've done and, like what my results are being as far as the trading is concerned. So I'll just go ahead and talk briefly about that. In other words, same thing as I've done last couple of weeks. Total number of trades I took, this is from January 27th to 23rd to 27th. So this was last Monday to last Friday. Total trades taken was 41. Number of winning trades, 25. Now, the winning trades are if I get my first contract. Typically my first contract's 15 ticks out. So when you get your first contract, that's what I call is a winning trade. And the BE trades are the ones after that, like that sort of thing. Losing trades, 8 losing trades of various sizes. Some of them were like closed out a little early when it didn't really work out. Some of them were full stops. So that's what the losing trades are. BE trades, it's usually rated 0. But sometimes it could be a little bit of slippage. Not much, but 1 tick, maybe 2 ticks. It depends. I mean, but most of the time it's just break even. But it's called a BE trade because of the commissions that are charged on each the contract. So that's the way it works out. Anyways, it doesn't matter because I've got both of them in here. Average win is 0.560 for each trade. The average losing trade for this week was 0.162, including the BE trade. So that's how I calculate that out. All the trades, roughly 60% win versus losers. It's about 59.8%, somewhere in that neighborhood. Minus the BE trades, it's 75%. Now, as I said, that's a little higher than usual. It's usually about 72 to 74% over the long term, but this is just kind of a small sample. And the maximum adverse excursion was 0.316. The maximum favorable excursion is 0.780. So that's the way it worked out as far as maximum, as far as trades this week were concerned. Anything you really take away from that? And not really. There wasn't really a lot of runs. I mean, I think this was, there was, when you look at how my trading went this week, there was one trade, I think it was on Tuesday, where I missed it by a tick. I taken out by a tick, and then my trade ran out like crazy. And so that was one trade, I believe, that probably would change these numbers somewhat, but that's just another trade. The thing is that that's the numbers, and so that's for this week. So what I did was I took the numbers from the last 3 weeks, and I put them together. I just kind of crunched them together, and I'll show you what I've got there. Okay, this is the week, the 3 weeks ending the 9th to the 27th, and it's just a conglomeration of all the information that I showed the last 3 weeks. So if you go back, you can take a look at it. But what I did was I just added them up, and just to run some statistics, just to show you. I do a little bit more complicated stuff than that, but this is just pretty simple. So I just wanted to kind of show these things. What it means is that based on using the slow hand method, and I was showing the entries and so forth, not every single trade, but the ones, how I based my trading, total wins, losses, and break-even trades. This was the first week, 37 trades, 22 through 6, 14, 8, 1, and 5, 41, this is the last week, 25, 8, and 8. So it was a total of 92 trades, total of 55 winners, which means that the first contract got to my target, 15 losers, 22 break-even trades. So the ratio was 59.8%, and with the scratch trade, 78.6%. It's a little higher than usual. Typically, it's not quite that high, but it's just it's anywhere from 72 to 78, 75%, somewhere in that neighborhood. But I mean, this is just only 3 weeks, and it's only 92 trades, so it doesn't really kind of take into consideration all of it, sort of thing. And that's the way it works. So just a simple kind of calculation, or just something, just get some stats that I keep to show, looking how trading efficiency works. it's pretty simple. And the fact of the matter is that you can start simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as something like this. And to keep your statistics down, and this really relates to how I enter the trades, how I manage the trades, why I got in the first place, what's the procedures and so forth, so I can pull these statistics out very quickly and just to kind of evaluate where I'm going wrong. Now, this took time for me to do this. It wasn't like I started trading and the next day I was whipping out these statistics. This develops over time, and I think that all traders that are attempting to become profitable and trade long term really need to have some type of statistics that they can keep, like some type of metrics. It might be different for everyone. I've adjusted these to suit me, and I think they're valuable to me. I don't should I add anything else? It's pretty simple. I might fine tune some other things as I go down the road, and I've changed this over the years, but overall, I think this is it's pretty accurate because it's pretty solid from it's numbers I rely on. And so the reason I do this is that if I don't get bent out of shape over one particular trade. I know that if I'm in a position in a morning, like say tomorrow morning when I'm taking a trade, in the back of my mind, I've got my statistics over months, and I know that if I stick to the rules that I've laid out, that I've got confidence that these numbers will hold, and so I don't get rattled over a single trade. And it doesn't cease to amaze me how traders don't keep statistics or they don't look at their trades. I mean, they can't even remember the last trade that they're in. And it's so important to kind of review what you've done, because if you don't, how are you ever going to move forward? And that's really kind of the key from this. But again, this comes from thinking in a certain way, not thinking from an emotional standpoint, but really combining it from using what they refer to as a wise mind, using the emotional as well as the logical side to make wise decisions based on trading, because it takes place in your head. That's the way it works out. Anyway, that's it for me. I've sent out the packages. I got the email working for the Mindful Trading packages. So people that have applied, if you're interested in the Mindful Trading, I'm intending on starting it the week after next, at least depending on how things work out. I know it's a little bit late, but I had problems with my email, and I got that straightened out, I believe. So the packages should be gone out. At least I got confirmation that they went out. So get those back in if you received one, if you request one. If you haven't, you can request one, and it is, I'll give you the email address right here. Okay, here it is. It's my email address is slowhandmethod@gmail.com. Section is Mindful Trading. Put that in the subject line. And if you request a application package for the Mindful Trading program, I will send it out to you ASAP, now that I got it all figured out. And you'll get details of what the program entails, and then we'll go from there. So if you're interested, please send it out, because I'm going to be starting it within the next a couple of weeks, and hopefully you get to participate. So this is Vance. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.